It's Monday, July 6th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the bid for new submarine fleet. Prime Minister Mark Carney is set to make the announcement today in Halifax. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And ready to the rescue. We speak with the Nova Scotia Lifeguard Service about the critical role they play in keeping people safe at the beach. That conversation in our 7 o'clock hour.
Plus, it's a shell of a good time. We get the details on the 77th edition of the Shediac Lobster Festival. All that and so much more just ahead on the Monday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Come on in, July 6th already. So happy to have Brienne Foley in today.
Welcome back.
Hello, friends. Happy to be here.
You're in all week, right?
I am in all week. You're stuck with me.
Wonderful news. Okay, fabulous news. Amanda's off on vacation. Brienne, we're so happy to have you here. You weren't here last week, but I was hoping to get into the ocean over the weekend.
And?
Happy to say that I did.
Hey!
Yes. I went in over the weekend in just off Port Hood Beach, and the water was 17 degrees, which is not bad for this time of year. So I was able to go in, have a nice little dip. I didn't linger in the water, you know, at that temperature, but it was certainly not ice cold.
I dipped my toes in.
Did you?
Me too.
Did you?
Yeah, Crystal Crescent, icy.
Yeah, it'd be
I was
colder
like,
there.
no.
I don't know what the temperature. We can find out.
It was 14.
14.
Yeah,
okay.
But it was icy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a cold plunge.
A nice little cold plunge.
Yeah.
I didn't do the whole reset, just the toes.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that bad. Like it actually, because they do the water reading. I actually spoke to the lifeguards. They do the water reading at the bottom of the ocean, like kind of about, they say about thigh deep.
Okay.
So at the top, the surface, it can be warmer.
Right.
But anyway.
yes.
In any case, it was a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Nice to get to the beach on Saturday. What are we looking at today?
Well, we're not holding on to that mugginess in the air anymore, but we're still holding on to high pressure for much of the region.
Oh.
Yes, sunshine will return for much of Atlantic Canada. A bit of shower activity for parts of the region. Here's a live look at Moncton, starting off your day at 10 degrees. Beautiful sunny start to the day as the sun begins to rise. Sunshine will be sticking around throughout the day today. In terms of our current temperatures, a bit cooler than we've been seeing over the weekend. 11 degrees starting off your day in Fredericton, 9 degrees in Charlottetown with 11 in Halifax, 15 degrees right now in Yarmouth, 11 degrees in Labrador City, and 7 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. Still seeing the UV index track high across all 3 maritime provinces and tracking moderate to high across Newfoundland and Labrador. In terms of our forecast for Newfoundland and Labrador, we are going to see a low chance of showers early in the morning for parts of Newfoundland. Other than that, we will be seeing a chance of showers return for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador into the afternoon and evening. Now the maritime region holding on to sunshine throughout the day today. In terms of our wind forecast, going to start off quite light. We'll pick up into the afternoon. As of right now, 24 kilometers per hour for sustained wind in Canso, 17 into North Cape, 11 into Yarmouth. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Brienne.
Thank you, Latavia. We start with news that we can confirm the federal government is set to announce which company has won the bid for Canada's new fleet of submarines today in Halifax. Several industry and government sources have confirmed to CTV News that Prime Minister Mark Carney will make the announcement. 2 companies, one based in Germany and the other in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build Canada's next submarine fleet. The fleet is set to include 12 submarines, and the successful company could procure a contract worth an estimated value of more than $100 billion. Gas prices in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia remained the same over the weekend, but there was a slight change in Prince Edward Island. While there was no change in gas prices over the weekend, the minimum price holding at $1.82.7 a liter, diesel increased by 2.3 cents. The new minimum price now $2.12.6 a liter. A man has died following a collision in Middleton, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called just before 3:30 Saturday afternoon to a crash on School Street. Police say a motorcycle and a Hyundai Sonata had collided. The driver of the motorcycle, a 47-year-old man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and passenger of the Hyundai did not report any physical injuries. Police are now asking any witnesses or anyone with dash cam footage to contact police. A man has died following a single vehicle collision Saturday evening near Phillip River, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called to a crash on Highway 321 around 6:40 p.m. Police say the driver of a Honda Civic went off the roadway and collided into a culvert. The driver and the sole occupant of the vehicle, a 28-year-old man from Spring Hill, was rushed to hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The investigation is ongoing. Heat warnings may be over now, but the temperatures are leaving behind a bit of a legacy. Communities across the Maritimes broke heat records Friday, which had stood for more than a century. Environment Canada says St. John hit 33.6 degrees, beating the old record of 31.7 degrees for July 3rd, set in 1887. Charlottetown cooked at 30.8 degrees, beating the 30-degree record for July 3rd, set at 1873. And Halifax's record is 32.8 degrees, the hottest since it reached 30.6 degrees on July 3rd, 1981. Fire crews in Labrador were busy this weekend, soaking down areas ahead of a hot and dry weather on tap for today and tomorrow. The Labrador City Fire Department says it used aircraft to soak the perimeter of Walsh River wildfire in preparation for the hot weather. About 120 people were forced to leave their homes last week near the mining town. On Saturday, Newfoundland and Labrador reported 25 active wildfires across the province. Police in Newfoundland have charged a 45-year-old man for allegedly exposing himself. Police say they were first called about a man in June. A female said a man had exposed himself to her on Mount Para walking trail. The suspect couldn't be found, but on Friday, 2 calls came in about a man exposing himself in Mount Pearl businesses. The 45-year-old man was arrested at his home and faces 3 counts of exposure, 1 count of misconduct. It was a full house to cheer on Nova Scotia's own Jacob Schaffelberg Saturday as Canada took on Morocco in the World Cup. People gathered in Schaffelberg's hometown of Port Williams to show their support. A free watch party took place in the town with loads of people decked out in red. While it wasn't the result that Canada wanted, they are still beyond proud of what Schaffelberg and Team Canada accomplished.
Fabulous to see everybody here today just being a part of this moment, making history. And I think you'll just see the sport continue to grow. And these are the good news stories that continue young players to inspire to something and to be better and just continue to love the game of soccer.
Canada ultimately lost 3-0 in the round of 16, ending their historic run. Morocco now advances to the quarterfinals where they will play France.
Ooh.
Yes, controversial game there yesterday as well. So.
Wow.
I'm glad Canada did as best as they could.
Yes.
Better than ever before.
Yes. Historic. Honestly, such a fantastic moment for the sport in our country as well.
Yeah.
So nice to see. Yeah. And still lots of FIFA to go ahead, you know?
Exactly.
Good.
Well, speaking of FIFA, let's talk. Well, this is kind of FIFA meets fashion. Which is a place, intersection where I can hang out. I'm sure the Venn diagram. Football teams change their looks all the time, which means a lot of jerseys end up going into the landfill, unless they get repurposed into other useful goods. So one company in North Macedonia uses jerseys and takes them and makes them into hats, bags, and other swag. You can see them cutting up the jersey.
Oh, that's
and then
so
you'll
cool.
see they look at the hat, like they do it. It's entirely repurposed. The World Cup says that 20 billion items become outdated every year. So this company is able to reclaim up to 3,000 pieces a month.
Wow.
Which does add up, yeah.
That is impressive.
Very
Yeah,
impressive.
that's great.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's so cool. I love when people can repurpose or like
Yeah.
turn a jersey into a dress or like all of
Like
those.
really
Yeah.
repurpose.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, fascinating stuff. So anyway, FIFA World Cup, it's now in full swing.
Full swing.
CTV, TSN, and Crave, your home for every single game. But a couple of times, and this is going to happen this week a few times, including tomorrow, our 5 o'clock news and 6 o'clock news will be impacted. They will move from CTV to this station, CTV2. So to get the details, you can use that QR code or go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca. Tomorrow is one of the days we'll remind you each day when this will happen.
Absolutely. I mean, like we said, quarterfinals, so lots on the line as we head later into FIFA. But of course, up next, a first look at your national and international news headlines on this Monday morning, and Latavia will have a full look at our forecast. Sunshine, I think. But of course, here is a live look at Kitty Vitty Lake.
Woo, it was here last year. It was beautiful. Beautiful spot in the morning.
And looking beautiful now.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and happy Monday. The time now is 6:12. We're taking a live look at a beautiful start to the day over at the Confederation Bridge. 10 degrees to start your day. Lots of sunshine will be sticking around throughout the day today, holding on to high pressure for the Maritime region. With weather brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators, a bit of cooler start to the day that we saw even yesterday morning. 11 degrees, though, in Halifax, 14 starting off your day in Yarmouth, 10 degrees right now in Charlottetown with 11 in Fredericton, 12 degrees in Labrador City, and 7 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. A bit of fog early this morning, already starting to burn off, though. Pretty light cloud coverage starting off your day. Lots of sunshine for all three maritime provinces. Newfoundland and Labrador seeing lots of sunshine throughout the day as well, but starting off with a low chance of showers for parts of Labrador. That will clear out into the afternoon, but a low chance of showers will return for parts of Newfoundland into this afternoon. Sunshine remains for the maritime region, bringing us partly cloudy skies into the overnight hours. Temperatures are cooling down into the overnight hours, still remaining moderate, though, and we are going to see a bit of fog develop into overnight tonight, early into Tuesday morning, but another sunny, beautiful day is in store for Tuesday. Temperatures will continue to climb as well. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, only seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters for parts of Labrador. For a forecast today for New Brunswick, remaining above seasonal for our daytime highs. They will range from 22 degrees in Grand Manan all the way up to 28. Lots of sunshine throughout your day today and light wind across the province. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 23 degrees in Surrey up to 26 in Tignish. Sunny skies throughout your day today. Wind out of the west, only 20 kilometers per hour. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, highs will range from 19 degrees in Cheticamp up to 24. We're looking at sunny skies throughout your day today. Wind picking up into the afternoon out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, pretty much the same. Lots of sunshine, increasing cloudiness for the Tri-County area, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud, with daytime highs ranging from 21 degrees in Yarmouth up to 25 today in both Middleton and Kentville, wind gusts of 40. Labrador City, we're looking at a high of 27. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. A chance of showers moves in this evening. 18 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at a mix of sun and cloud. A chance of showers into the evening as well. Tuesday's forecast, lots of sunshine remains for all three maritime provinces. A low chance of showers will return for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador, but for the most part seeing sunshine. Into Tuesday night, a chance of showers increases to around a 60% chance into Labrador. And Wednesday's forecast, lots of sunshine yet again. A low chance of some isolated showers expected to return for parts of the maritime region. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. Reports say at least 7 have died and more than 20 others are injured after Russia launched another missile attack on Ukraine overnight. This week, U.S. President Donald Trump is set to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to discuss how to end this war. ABC's Karen Waugh is in Washington with the details.
Overnight, Ukraine's capital reeling after a deadly Russian attack. Several people were killed and dozens injured, according to Kyiv. Explosions and plumes of smoke seen across the skyline, as well as cars and buildings on fire. Before the attack, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in this video message, warns that Russia is preparing a new strike and urges allied countries for help. Saying, quote, "We must put pressure on Russia so that there is peace. Ukraine has already provided all the proposals, all the diplomatic options. We expect that during these months ahead, the conditions for decent peace will be approached by either force or diplomacy." President Trump is set to meet with President Zelensky at the NATO summit in Turkey tomorrow amid heightened security to make another push to end the war, which is now in its 5th year. In recent weeks, Ukraine has used mid-range drones to increase strikes on Crimea, trying to isolate the peninsula. The area was seized by force and illegally annexed by Russia in 2014. A Kremlin advisor says Russia continues to emphasize preference for a diplomatic settlement. Ahead of the NATO summit, referring to the end of the war, a senior official tells ABC News, quote, "We're hopeful that we can make progress toward doing that when the president gets together with President Zelensky. And I'm sure he'll follow up with President Putin as well." Karen Hua, ABC News, Washington.
Investigators and cleanup crews remain on site this morning after a trail derailment in Quebec yesterday. Police say there are no injuries or spills after a freight train went off the tracks near Montreal. This drone video shows just how close the derailment got to some people's backyards, with debris spilling onto a bike path. A CN spokesperson says 45 cars derailed, including 3 that had been previously used to transport diesel, but were fortunately empty. The derailment knocked out power to more than 1,000 customers, but as of this morning, only a handful of outages remain. Canadian tennis star Felix Auger-Aliassime is moving on at Wimbledon.
Yeah, finally he takes it. And there is the release of the emotion.
The Montreal native defeated Alejandro Davidovich Fokina in a grueling 5-set match that almost took 4.5 hours. Felix now advances to the quarterfinals, where he'll face 7-time Wimbledon champion Novak Djokovic. Stay with us. We'll have your top sports and business headlines coming up right after this.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Great news there.
Yeah.
Wimbledon happening now. Okay, it's 6:22. In case you missed it, Latavia, Celine Dion dropped a new song over the weekend. Let's take a listen.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, the new single is called Bonjour, Pardon, Merci. It's being called an exploration on the themes of strength and gratitude. Celine Dion released the single Dansant back in the spring. Both songs will be released in vinyl in September. Of course, she's got the big concerts coming up in Paris.
Very
leading
exciting.
into the French element, but people love Celine.
That they do.
That
She's
they
a
do.
legend.
She's a legend, a Canadian legend, too.
Absolutely. All right, well, it's now time to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Jermaine Franklin here in the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Sunday. And for it, we head to Wimbledon. Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime facing Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. And in the 4th set, maybe the point of the tournament.
What a point! As good as it gets.
Just incredible play. Both players giving maximum effort for an unforgettable rally. Auger-Aliassime ends up winning the match to move into the quarters, but the two players combine here for the must-see moment from Sunday. And today on TSN, our coverage of the World Cup continues. 2 round of 16 matches. First, Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal face Spain at 2:45 p.m. Eastern, 11:45 a.m. Pacific. Then the United States plays Belgium at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast as we kick off a new week in New Brunswick. 26 degrees is your daytime high. Lots of sunshine and light wind across the province today. On Tuesday, warming up to 30 degrees, mainly sunny start to your day. Increasing cloudiness expected into the afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. On Wednesday, 30 degrees yet again, a mix of sun and cloud with isolated showers expected to return into the province for the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 26 degrees today, mainly sunny skies throughout your day today. Holding on to high pressure on Tuesday with a high of 28 and a mix of sun and cloud. 25 degrees on Wednesday, looking at a mix of sun and cloud with isolated showers expected into the afternoon. For Prince Edward Island, 24 degrees today, lots of sunshine throughout your day. Going to be a beautiful day yet again on Tuesday, warming up to 27 with sunny skies. 26 on Wednesday with a mix of sun and cloud. Time now is 6:25. We'll be right back right after this.
Coming up this half hour, the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know something you are totally over and done with now that you're getting older. That conversation in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Hey, good morning, 6:28. Something you're over and done with.
Yeah. Like in theory, every single person is getting older.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Just what am I over and done with?
Yeah. Like, for example, winter.
Yeah, basically.
Rain. I'm over and done with rain.
Rain has its place in society today.
It does, but not in my life.
Yeah.
I would say fireworks, too.
You're over and done with fireworks?
Yeah.
The,
I have kids that go to bed early. I have dogs that don't like it. Yeah, I'm like, enough. But if I'm out, I'll take a look.
A lot of people are joining you in that. Like others, like they are controversial these days. But I do enjoy a fireworks show. I really, really do.
Yeah. They're so pretty. And
they are.
Yeah. I'll never forget, we had just moved from Windsor, Ontario to Ottawa for my dad's job. And he had a hotel that he rented on the Ottawa River, and it was July 1st. And so seeing those fireworks, like from a hotel balcony, like
that's magic. Yeah.
I was also like 4. So.
For sure. They used to make a bigger deal of it when I was a kid. But speaking of Windsor, Ontario, they would have a big joint festival between the U.S. and Canada because the river separates Detroit and Windsor, Ontario. And there were giant fireworks display. And I remember really like a peak moment in my life was riding with those swings. And like there's always like a fair kind of thing, like a midway. So I was riding those swings, whipping around while the fireworks were happening.
Well, that's cool.
It was pretty cool.
When you guys describe it, it sounds magical. But when I'm home in bed, it does not sound magical.
It doesn't hit the same.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Exactly.
No. But it looks like this week, Mother Nature's providing all the scenery we need in the sky.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, look at this.
Right?
Yeah.
Always Lockport.
Beautiful morning to start.
Really pretty.
On the beach, taking a walk. Ew, there's a bug. All right, 11 degrees. I'm like, let's move on. 11 degrees to start your day. We are going to see 11 degrees as well in Halifax. 10 degrees early this morning in Charlottetown with 11 in Fredericton and in Happy Valley Goose Bay. 12 degrees in Labrador City and 7, so a bit cooler in St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. Make sure to stay hydrated. The UV index is tracking high across all 3 maritime provinces. Tracking moderate to high throughout your day today for both Newfoundland and Labrador due to a low chance of showers. So some active weather into parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. Chance of showers to start your day for parts of Newfoundland. Into the afternoon, though, we will be seeing a chance of showers return, around a 60% chance of it happening for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. And then in terms of your wind forecast for the maritime region, starting off light, will continue to pick up into the afternoon. As of right now, 24 kilometers per hour in North Cape with 20 into Canso, 13 in Sydney. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. A major military announcement coming today in Halifax. Sources confirm to CTV News the Prime Minister will reveal who will build Canada's new submarine fleet before heading to the NATO summit in Turkey. A German-Norwegian consortium and a Southern Korean company are competing for more than $100 billion contract, expected to showcase how Canada plans to increase spending to reach new NATO targets of 5% of GDP by 2035. CTV's Graham Richardson on what's at stake.
It was a very 2026 moment a few weeks ago in the White House.
Now I want to take you, if you stay here, I go over to these boards here.
The NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte fawning over U.S. President Donald Trump and his push for more military spending from NATO members.
The Trump trillion shows you the increase Europeans and Canadians are paying into defense since you took office in 2017.
The Trump factor, one dynamic for this NATO meeting, the other, the war in Ukraine and Russian aggression. For Canada, officials describe a changed, positive narrative about military spending. Sources confirming to CTV News an announcement on Canada's submarine purchase will be made in Halifax before Carney leaves for NATO.
Well, I think for Canada, it's can Carney make Canada credible as a military power? And I think it's the same thing for all of NATO. You know, this is not a summit about spending. It's actually a summit about can we produce the weapons.
Part of Canada's story at NATO will be told by Ottawa companies like Anvil.
We help modern militaries make sense of the enormous amount of battlefield data that is there.
They help coordinate battlefield data between different forces.
And show the world that Canada is producing kind of consequential, important capabilities which can strengthen the alliance.
Despite all the spending by the Allies, there is another side to the Trump factor Rutte did not mention.
President Trump has made the United States the most destabilizing power in the world. That's quite a statement. But really, the international order today is destabilized because of actions that the United States is taking.
Could Donald Trump's anger at European allies over the war in Iran overwhelm everything at next week's NATO meeting? Yes, that's possible. Canadian officials certainly hope that doesn't happen. They have a new story to tell about this country's newfound interest in its military for the first time in a long time. Graham Richardson, CTV News, Ottawa.
Thank you, Graham. A man has died following a single vehicle collision Saturday evening near Philip River, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called to a crash on Highway 321 around 6:40 p.m. Police say the driver of a Honda Civic went off the roadway and collided into a culvert. The driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, a 28-year-old man from Spring Hill, was rushed to hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The investigation is ongoing. A man has died following a collision in Middleton, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called just before 3:30 Saturday afternoon to a crash on School Street. Police say a motorcycle and a Hyundai Sonata had collided. The driver of the motorcycle, a 47-year-old man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and passenger of the Hyundai did not report any physical injuries. Police are asking any witnesses or anyone with dash cam footage to please contact police. The heat warnings may be over now, but the temperatures are leaving behind a bit of a legacy. Communities across the Maritimes broke heat records on Friday, some of which had stood for more than a century. Environment Canada says St. John hit 33.6 degrees, beating the old record of 31.7 degrees for July 3rd, set in 1887. Charlottetown cooked at 30.8 degrees, beating the 30-degree record for July 3rd, set in 1873. Halifax's new record is 32.8 degrees, the hottest since it reached 30.6 degrees on July 3rd, 1981. Fire crews in Labrador were busy this weekend, soaking down areas ahead of a hot and dry weather on tap for today and tomorrow. The Labrador City Fire Department says it used the aircraft to soak the perimeter of Walsh River wildfire in preparation for the hot weather. About 120 people were forced to leave their homes last week near the mining town. On Saturday, Newfoundland and Labrador reported 25 active wildfires across the province. And finally, the Special Olympics Nova Scotia Provincial Summer Games wrapped up over the weekend in Antigonish. Track and field was one of the events, along with bocce, soccer, golf, softball, rhythmic gymnastics, swimming, and basketball. St. Francis University hosted the games with more than 900 athletes participating, along with coaches and hundreds of supporting volunteers. This edition of the games featured competitors from Special Olympics Nova Scotia and PEI.
I think I missed a word when I wrote that script for you today, Brienne. It's St. Francis Xavier University, of course, but I put Xavier in there, so yeah. St. FX, if you will.
I was like, I wonder what St. Francis is.
I'll fix it for when the next time you use it. Yeah. You know, it's Monday morning. Just getting into the coffee now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do our best.
My
apologies to those that say it.
I didn't pick up on it.
I didn't pick up on it either, evidently.
I spent a lot of time in Antigonish this weekend because my car broke down on the way to Cape Breton.
Oh, no.
But I had it was lovely. I had a wonderful time. Loved it.
A wonderful time.
You had a wonderful time with your car breaking down.
It all got sorted out in the end.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been a hailstorm or a rainstorm.
This is what I was thinking. The weather was hot, but it was nice. You know, it wasn't
so
raining.
Nice.
Yeah, I know it was just me and the dogs waiting for just little damsels in distress. We got it figured out though. We really did. So it's all good.
Worked out in the end.
Worked out in the end. Got to go to the beach. Got to spend time with family in Cape Breton. It was beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we love that part for you.
Indeed. And had you known the Special Olympics were happening just stone's throw away at St. FX,
you could have just walked over.
Yeah, walked over, giving the dogs a nice walk. Okay. Well, speaking of games, actually, this is exciting. It looks like it's going to be another summer of summer. Toronto native Summer McIntosh set a world record in the women's 200-meter butterfly at the Canadian Trials in Montreal. She finished the race in 2 minutes, 1.65 seconds. That is her 4th world record.
Wow. Casually. How old is she now?
She is
12.
She's maybe 20. I will find out.
She's so young. No, I know. She's so young and already setting all of these records.
That's incredible.
What an athlete. Yeah. So lots of wonderful athletics happening in Canada over the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to the Canada men's team. They put on a good showing. Unfortunately, that's the end of our 2026 World Cup.
Canada really they seemed to be really strong at the beginning of the game. A lot of chances there, but
a lot of chances, but you know, tried and true Morocco. They're just a powerhouse.
It does hurt a little bit that we're into the quarterfinals, and Canada could have been in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, but Mexico also got bumped out, and Brazil got bumped out, which are huge. So, you know, Canada made it as far as Brazil.
They sure did. And there should be
that's
like
not bad,
right?
No, that's amazing.
Just
there should be a post-World Cup, like when you get knocked out, like a knockout party, because that sounds like one I would love to go to.
Right?
Mexico, Brazil, and Canada.
That's a vibe.
It is indeed.
All right, time now to take a quick break, but still ahead, your entertainment headlines and the Move Morning Chat. So, of course, we want to know what's something you're totally over and done with as you get older. Lines? I feel that.
I think that's one.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:42. Taking a live look at a sunny start to the day over in Fredericton. 11 degrees to start your day. Temperatures will warm up above seasonal for those daytime highs and sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada today. Temperatures a bit cooler starting off your day than we saw even yesterday morning. It's 11 starting off your day in Halifax. 14 degrees early this morning in Yarmouth, 10 in Charlottetown, with 8 degrees in Bathurst, 12 degrees in Labrador City, with 11 into Happy Valley Goose Bay, 10 degrees in St. Anthony, and 7 into St. John's, Newfoundland. A low chance of showers starts off the day for parts of Labrador. We are going to see a chance of showers move in for parts of Newfoundland into the afternoon. For the Maritime region, though, holding on to high pressure with lots of sunshine throughout your day today. Going to be another beautiful sunny day ahead. Keep in mind sun safety when you're heading out, though. We are going to see the UV index track high across all 3 maritime provinces. For Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking moderate to high throughout your day today. A chance of showers increases into the evening for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador, around a 60% chance of it happening. For the Maritime region, partly cloudy skies, and we are expecting fog to redevelop into the overnight hours, taking us into early Tuesday morning. A beautiful sunny day is ahead yet again. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, going to remain quite light for both Newfoundland and Labrador, with parts of Labrador only seeing 5 to 10 millimeters. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs above seasonal today, warming up to 22 degrees in Grand Manan, up to 28. Sunny skies throughout your day today with light wind across the province only around out of the west, 10 kilometers per hour. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 23 degrees in Surrey, up to 26 in Tignish. Sunny skies throughout your day today, wind out of the west, 20 kilometers per hour. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, highs will range from 19 degrees in Cheticamp up to 24 today. Lots of sunshine, increasing cloudiness for eastern Nova Scotia, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Wind picking up this afternoon out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, pretty much the same, mainly sunny skies for mainland Nova Scotia. Into the afternoon for the Tri-County area, seeing a mix of sun and cloud. Highs will range from 21 degrees in Yarmouth up to 25 in Kentville and Middleton, wind gusts of 40 yet again. For Labrador City, 27 degrees today with lots of sunshine throughout your day, some scattered showers into the evening. 18 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at a mix of sun and cloud, and a chance of showers moves in into the evening as well. Tuesday's forecast, another beautiful sunny day ahead, above seasonal yet again as we see temperatures rise into Tuesday's forecast. Newfoundland and Labrador holding on to a low chance of some isolated showers, and then into Tuesday night, scattered showers move in for Labrador. Into Wednesday's forecast, we are going to see a chance of showers return for parts of Nova Scotia. Still are only around a 30% chance of that happening. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat.
Good morning. It's time for our Move Morning Chat. We are so happy to welcome Crash from Move 106.9 Mornings in Fredericton. Good morning, Crash.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
We are good. Great. Thanks for joining us bright and early. All right. Today's question is a lot of fun. We want to know, what is something that you are over and done with now that you're an adult? Crash, what's on your mind?
Boy, there's a number of things that we could probably go to. One, the heat right now, I think, being, it's just almost like I forget how humid Fredericton gets every summer. I'm 40 years old. I've lived in this area my whole life. And every summer, it's like, why is it so hot? But also as a parent now, too, I feel like loud noises have really just like, I got no time for it anymore. And I love loud music. I'll crank it up. I'll watch, but I'll be like, maybe the volume's like, can we keep it down to like, let's put it on 7 on the TV. The kids are yelling, all that stuff. I can't do the loud noises anymore. And I feel just like, I'm like, what have I turned into,
Oh, yeah. I don't like loud noises. I never have, though. For me, I'm with you with okay, never have liked humidity either. I don't like humidity.
No, does anyone really like humidity?
I don't know.
We don't want to be wet.
No, it's sticky.
Like stepping outside, like you feel like you need a shower. You just had a shower. But on the other side of things, I think as I get older, my tolerance for the cold has really diminished. I really, really, really have struggled with winter. I enjoy the first snowfall and I enjoy winter. But when Christmas is done and then we're into the dark days of winter, I found this year really hard. So for me, I guess I'm done with winter. I need to, I guess, move to Florida and live in a home like the Golden Girls.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
That's great. You know what, for me, I had to think about this too, is I think I'm done with lineups.
Oh,
so I'll give you an example. Lineups to perhaps get into your favorite restaurant or bar, or a lineup even to go shopping. So think anything from Black Friday lineups, to this weekend I was walking past one of the beer gardens on the waterfront in Halifax, and the lineup was so long. And typically at a younger age, I would have said, I'll wait in line. Now, I am still walking past there to find a spot where there's no lineup. How do you guys feel about that? I still wait in line.
Never.
No, I don't like the lines either.
Yeah.
Forget it. I'll just come back later.
Yeah, my kids will like stand in line for like an hour to get like a henna tattoo or something like on Canada Day or whatever it is. And I'm like, guys, like it's hot. What are we doing? I already can't handle the heat and now we're standing in a line. Like, let's just go.
Double whammy.
100%.
Yeah.
I think for me, the only thing I will stand in line for occasionally is like an amusement park. I will wait for a roller coaster or something like that because,
Sure.
that's what you got to do. But
that's a fair point. Sometimes that's you have to.
But in general,
you've already paid to get in.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, this is going to be fun. So as you get older, what is something that you are absolutely done with? Let us know. Text us at 10400. We cannot wait to have a fun conversation. Hear your answers a little bit later on in the show.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:52. We're going to head over to Hollywood and take a look at your entertainment headlines.
I know the perfect monsters for your movie.
Minions and Monsters mustered up $60 million at the box office, way below the $80 million that had been projected for the family film over the extended holiday weekend. It marks the lowest opening for the spin-off series and for the larger Despicable Me universe. Disney's Toy Story 5, meanwhile, notched the #2 slot with $31 million in its third week of release. Disney is the parent company of ABC News.
This does not look like this is going to end well. For you
guys.
And Supergirl slid to third place, raking in $9.6 million. That's a 74% drop from its debut last weekend. Speaking of the box office, the low-budget horror hit Obsession has now surpassed $400 million in ticket sales. It was made for less than $1 million. And happy birthday to Rocky Balboa himself. Sylvester Stallone is turning 80 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
A couple from England moved to Canada after retirement and are now living their dream together.
CTV's Emma Convey shows us they're making art in Nova Scotia, side by side.
David and Emma Jarrett always dreamed of starting a business together. They had lots of ideas about things they could make. Now, after 30 years of marriage, they're doing just that. They're business partners doing what they love.
My husband started doing making jewellery out of wood and resin when we were in BC, and then when we came here we started doing farmers markets. And initially it was just the necklaces, but then the opportunity of having a few things on the table happened.
David is a cabinet maker. He created Coast Mountain Designs in Whistler, BC. Now in his retirement, art is his way of slowing down.
It's something I've been interested for quite a long time. Working with wood, I've always kind of worked with wood for my whole career. Ended up being cabinet making, and it's just kind of evolved really into making different things out of wood.
The main focus for David is his wooden lake maps. They started earlier this year.
We can do pretty much any map in Canada, but we're really just focusing on Nova Scotia right now. 3D lake maps are cut out of layers of 1/8 inch plywood on a laser engraver and then glued together, painted and glued together.
David creates the design and Emma paints it.
We've got some friends who've got sawmills, and we go and look through some of their, usually scrap wood actually, and find unique pieces. And I really like looking at a piece of wood and thinking, oh, what can I paint on that? And sometimes the unique markings in the grain just speak to something that could be.
Jewelry, watercolored cards, paintings, and wooden art. It's all on display at local markets through Nova Scotia Valley and in Halifax. And as if that doesn't keep them busy enough, they run an inn, where they are hoping to start art workshops.
It used to be a bed and breakfast about 20 years ago, and we just reinstated the rooms and started doing it again 3 years ago.
Yeah, just seeing how it plays out and enjoying what we're doing.
To check out their creative pieces, you can find them on social media or at local markets. Emma Convey, CTV News, Halls Harbor, Nova Scotia.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, 26 degrees today with sunshine across the province. On Tuesday, heating up to 30 with mainly sunny skies. And on Wednesday, 30 degrees yet again, a mix of sun and cloud with a low chance of showers returning into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 26 degrees, mainly sunny skies today with a high of 28 on Tuesday, a mix of sun and cloud. On Wednesday, cooling down just a bit to 25 with a mix of sun and cloud. Isolated showers expected to return into the afternoon. For Prince Edward Island, 24 degrees today with sunshine across the island. Warming up to 27 on Tuesday, 26 on Wednesday with a mix of sun and cloud.
Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the bid for a new submarine fleet. Prime Minister Mark Carney is set to make the announcement in Halifax today. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And ready to the rescue, we speak to the Nova Scotia Lifeguard Service about the critical role they play in keeping people safe at the beaches. That conversation in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 7 o'clock. A beautiful sunny start to the day for the Maritime region. Yay. Holding on to that sunshine. I love to see it.
Love to see it.
Yeah. A bit cooler, though.
That's okay.
Still warm. Still warm.
It looked pretty, the daily highs seemed relatively warm.
Yeah. I mean, cooler than the heat wave we had. Yes.
It was hot. It was very, 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 very warm last week. Yeah.
And I need to try and even out the tanned portions of my body.
I know. I went to the beach and I've just got funny little splotches of red
I know.
my gosh.
Even with the sunscreen, my husband is burnt like a lobster.
The UV is very high.
It really is. Yeah, we've seen that come down just a bit, still remaining high though for the Maritime region. We'll take a look at that in a second, but something to keep in mind. Yeah,
absolutely. Hat, sunscreen, especially if you're going to see Peggy.
I know. Look at the sunshine is starting off the day in Peggy's Cove. As of right now, it is 13 degrees in your area. We will continue to see clouds clear out, leaving lots of sunshine throughout the day today. In terms of our current temperatures, as I mentioned, a bit cooler starting off the day, but going to warm up above seasonal for our daytime highs. 11 degrees right now in Halifax with 10 degrees in Moncton, as well as into Charlottetown, 7 in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at that UV index. Make sure to stay hydrated and keep in mind sun safety. It's tracking high across all 3 maritime provinces. Newfoundland and Labrador tracking moderate to high throughout your day today. Will continue to climb as we progress into midweek. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. We are going to see sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada. A low chance of showers starting off the day for parts of Labrador. Into the afternoon, a chance of showers will return into parts of Newfoundland. In terms of our wind forecast, remaining quite light to start your day. We'll continue to pick up, though, into the afternoon. As of right now, 24 kilometers per hour for sustained wind in North Cape, 20 in Canso, 13 in Sydney with 11 kilometers per hour in Moncton. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. CTV News can confirm the federal government is set to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of submarines today in Halifax. Several industry and government sources have confirmed to CTV News that Prime Minister will make the announcement this evening in Halifax before catching a flight to Ankara, Turkey. The 2 companies based in one in Germany, the other in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build Canada's next submarine fleet. The fleet is set to include 12 submarines. The successful company could procure a contract worth an estimated value of more than $100 billion. A man has died following a single vehicle collision Saturday evening near River Phillip, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called to a crash on Highway 321 around 6:40 p.m. Police say the driver of a Honda Civic went off the roadway and collided into a culvert. The driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, a 28-year-old man from Spring Hill, was rushed to the hospital where he later was pronounced dead. The investigation is ongoing. A man has died following a collision in Middleton, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called just before 3:30 Saturday afternoon to a crash on School Street. Police say a motorcycle and a Hyundai collided. The driver of the motorcycle, a 47-year-old man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and passenger of the Hyundai did not report any physical injuries. Police are asking anyone who witnessed it or has dash cam footage to contact police. The heat warnings may be over now, but the temperatures are leaving behind a bit of a legacy. Communities across the Maritimes broke heat records Friday, some of which had stood for more than a century. Environment Canada says St. John hit 33.6 degrees, beating the old record of 31.7 degrees for July 3rd, set in 1887. Charlottetown cooked at 30.8 degrees, beating the 30-degree record for July 3rd, set in 1873. Halifax's new record is 32.8 degrees, the hottest since it reached 30.6 degrees on July 3rd, 1981. Fire crews in Labrador were busy this weekend, soaking down areas ahead of a hot and dry weather on tap for today and tomorrow. The Labrador City Fire Department says it used aircrafts to soak the perimeter of the Walsh River wildfire in preparation for the hot weather. About 120 people were forced to leave their homes last week near the mining town. On Saturday, Newfoundland and Labrador reported 25 active wildfires across the province. Finally, Halifax is getting a little more colorful this week. Halifax Mural Festival is now on, featuring dozens of artists creating larger-than-life works. CTV's Paul DeWitt captured this story for us.
Hi, I'm Michael Burt, and I am the founder and organizer of the Halifax Mural Festival, and we're here beautifying the city with murals in the background here. Yeah, this all started to, brighten our neighborhood, and as well to give artists a chance to do and realize their own work on the walls. And so that's what we're all about. We have 45 artists this week, all along the waterfront, the seaport, and Quinpool Road. So I do this year-round, mostly commercial gigs and stuff. So if someone is interested but maybe can't afford it or things like that, I remember. And then as well as there's always development going on in Halifax now. So new buildings going up, buildings coming down. So those are always great places to try to hit up. I mean, the main point is to beautify our city and to, you know, bring some color to some derelict spaces, and but also for the artists to really give artists a chance to do their own work. A lot of the time, especially murals, they're large and people have a big say in what's going to happen. But with this, we give them free range, you know, to do their own thing and hopefully get more of that work.
I've always been into doing art, and specifically graffiti art, and then my love of doing canvases and using spray paint kind of came together in one thing. That's doing big murals. Halifax has a really tight-knit community and a rich history of arts and artists. It's right next to NASCAD school here, so just being able to put my art up in a spot that has a ton of artists going by it every day, it's kind of cool.
So it ends this weekend coming up on Sunday. We're going to have a closing party Saturday down at the Garrison Seaport. There'll be a lot of things for kids, free barbecue, face painting, all that sort of good fun. So come on out and check out the murals.
Amazing. Lucy, great weather this week for mural making.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's one of my favorite things about Halifax.
I know.
Is the mural festival.
Yeah.
Because you get to see some beautiful artwork. And it's so incredible.
Yeah. Once they come to life, it's fun to watch them in creation.
Yes.
But then afterward, you go for a nice little walk, grab a coffee or a little ice cream or something, and just enjoy the various areas. Downtown Dartmouth has some awesome ones, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if you happen to be in Australia, you are being asked to respect Neil the seal, although he respects nothing. So here you can see the giant creature. He weighs about 1,000 kilograms. He's been vandalizing public property. Look at the size of him.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is in the beaches of southern Tasmania. Officials say Neil likes to lay around in public, which has been drawing crowds to observe his massive size. But they're warning people not to get too close to Neil because he looks passive, but they say he can move quickly if he wants to.
He just looks like he wants to move anywhere.
My gosh, Neil.
Oh,
Neil.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
He's
scratching his belly.
Can we just take a moment for Neil?
Neil.
He is living his best
He
life.
sure
Really,
is.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, let me break a little thing here, a little thing there, take a lounge in the sun.
Yeah, oh my gosh, he's been wrecking stuff and laying around everywhere.
What I aspire to do.
Neil is what I needed this morning.
Exactly. Neil. So head to southern Tasmania. Keep your eyes out for Neil. Won't be hard to spot him.
Won't be hard to spot him. He might be ruining stuff on your road.
Exactly.
All right, well, Latavia's going to have a look at our forecast to see if it's sunbathing weather for the rest of us, because Neil's obviously enjoying his time. And, of course, your national and international news headlines just ahead. But still to come this half hour, here's a live look at Burnt Coat Head.
Wow.
Neil would love it there.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Not much to ruin, though. Good morning and happy Monday. The time now is 7:12. We're taking a live look at a beautiful sunny start to the day over at the Armdale Roundabout in Halifax. 12 degrees early this morning. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Homes Standby Generators. Not too bad starting off the day. A bit cooler, though. 12 degrees starting off the day as well in Charlottetown and Fredericton. 13 in Labrador City and 8 degrees at the St. John's, Newfoundland. So definitely seeing temperatures already begin to warm up. Above seasonal daytime highs headed our way with lots of sunshine across Atlantic Canada. To start your day, we do have a low chance of shower activity for parts of Labrador. Seeing a chance of showers move in for parts of both Newfoundland and Labrador into the afternoon. Still going to be around a 30 to 60% chance of it happening. Into tonight, partly cloudy skies for the Maritime region. Going to see fog develop into the overnight hours, and temperatures going to warm up yet again for Tuesday. A beautiful sunny day is ahead. If you are wondering about precipitation totals, only seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters for parts of Labrador, remaining light for much of Newfoundland and Labrador. Into our forecast today for New Brunswick, heating up around 22 to 28 degrees today. Sunny skies are right across the province with light wind out of the west, only 10 kilometers per hour. For Prince Edward Island, highs will range from 23 degrees in Surrey up to 26 in Tignish. Sunny skies throughout your day today, wind out of the west, only 20 kilometers per hour. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, highs will range from 9 19 degrees in Shuttacamp, up to 24. We're looking at sunshine throughout your day today into the eastern region. Increasing cloudiness, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Wind will pick up this afternoon, a bit breezy out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, we are going to see mainly sunny skies, but into the Tri-County area, a mix of sun and cloud expected into this afternoon. Daytime highs ranging from 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 25 in both Kentville and Middleton. So we are going to see a bit of a breezy afternoon with wind gusts getting up to 40 kilometers per hour. Wind remains out of the southwest. For Labrador City, 27 degrees today. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. Around a 60% chance of evening showers expected. Going to see a 40% chance of showers early in the morning for parts of Labrador, though. And then for Newfoundland, 16 degrees is your daytime high. A mix of sun and cloud throughout your day today. A chance of showers, around a 60% chance of it happening into this evening. For Tuesday's forecast, we are going to see sunny skies remain for the Maritime region. Newfoundland and Labrador still seeing sunshine, but also a chance of showers will return into the afternoon. Into Tuesday evening, that chance of showers becomes around a 60% chance for Labrador. Parts of Newfoundland also seeing a bit of shower activity into the overnight hours. Into the Tri-County area, a low chance of showers will start to move in. That brings us into Wednesday's forecast. Another warm, sunny days ahead. We do have a chance of showers returning for parts of Nova Scotia. Labrador also seeing some steadier shower activity move in. Now it's time for your campfire conditions, and that is brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends. Parts of the province, burning is allowed. However, for parts of central and southern New Brunswick, burning it will not be allowed. However, we also have burning is restricted around 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Always make sure to check for municipal bylaws. At around 2 p.m., it's valid until. For Nova Scotia, much of the province, burning is only allowed around 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. However, burning is allowed around 2 p.m. to 8 a.m. for parts of Cape Breton Island. And then for Prince Edward Island, we're looking at burning allowed around 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So as I'd mentioned, always check for a fire ban. Keep fires small and under control. Never leave a fire unattended. And also make sure that a fire is out before you go to bed or leave a campsite. That's a look at your campfire conditions. Now we're going to throw things over to Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. A major military announcement coming today in Halifax. Sources confirm the Prime Minister will reveal who will build Canada's new submarine fleet before heading to the NATO summit in Turkey. A German-Norwegian consortium and a South Korean company are competing for the more than $100 billion contract, expected to showcase how Canada plans to increase spending to reach the new NATO target of 5% of GDP by 2035. Here's CTV's Graham Richardson on what's at stake.
It was a very 2026 moment a few weeks ago in the White House.
Now I want to take you, if you stay here, I go over to these boards here.
The NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte fawning over U.S. President Donald Trump and his push for more military spending from NATO members.
The Trump trillion shows you the increase Europeans and Canadians are paying into defense since you took office in 2017.
The Trump factor, one dynamic for this NATO meeting, the other, the war in Ukraine and Russian aggression. For Canada, officials describe a changed, positive narrative about military spending. Sources confirming to CTV News an announcement on Canada's submarine purchase will be made in Halifax before Carney leaves for NATO.
Well, I think for Canada, it's can Carney make Canada credible as a military power? And I think it's the same thing for all of NATO. You know, this is not a summit about spending. It's actually a summit about can we produce the weapons.
Part of Canada's story at NATO will be told by Ottawa companies like Anvil.
We help modern militaries make sense of the enormous amount of battlefield data that is there.
They help coordinate battlefield data between different forces.
And show the world that Canada is producing kind of consequential, important capabilities which can strengthen the alliance.
Despite all the spending by the Allies, there is another side to the Trump factor Rutte did not mention.
President Trump has made the United States the most destabilizing power in the world. That's quite a statement. But really, the international order today is destabilized because of actions that the United States is taking.
Could Donald Trump's anger at European allies over the war in Iran overwhelm everything at next week's NATO meeting? Yes, that's possible. Canadian officials certainly hope that doesn't happen. They have a new story to tell about this country's newfound interest in its military. for the first time in a long time. Graham Richardson, CTV News, Ottawa.
The Canadian men's national soccer team is back home after a historic run at the World Cup this year. Players and staff from the team landed at the Toronto Pearson Airport Sunday night. Their return home follows a devastating loss to Morocco in the round of 16. The Canadians lost that game 3-0, but it marked the team's best ever finish in a World Cup tournament. The team is the first from the host nations to exit the tournament this year. Canada's last appearance in the World Cup in 2022 saw them failing to exit the group stages.
We're going to look back on this 6 weeks fondly and just remember, what we did as a nation and what we did as players and how we helped grow the game of soccer in Canada, which was our goal that we set out to do.
So the support, the love, the liveliness in every city was unbelievable for all of us.
Hopefully with the momentum that we brought it from this tournament, we can continue to push on and push forward and try to go even further in the next one. And hopefully we inspire the generation of younger Canadian kids to come help us do that.
A Canadian family who lost a loved one in the First World War, who vanished, is looking for answers after more than 100 years. They've enlisted the help of an archaeologist who will go overseas and lead the effort to finally bring the lost soldier home. Here's CTV's Paul Hollingsworth.
Alicia Trelford carries numerous artifacts to honor her great-great-uncle, Lieutenant Lionel Tranter, who left his home in Southampton, Ontario in 1914 and signed up when Canada went to war.
He was killed in action on June 15th, 1915.
The circumstances around Tranter's death are a mystery. He simply disappeared.
We know the timeline of everything.
Tranter's family has saved the letters he wrote while fighting in the First World War. There are also pictures, enlistment papers, and his death notice.
The letters that he wrote home, he was a very passionate, overprotective brother. So it would have been a great loss to that family.
Trelford and her family have now turned to Acadia University archaeology professor Aaron Taylor for help. Taylor has previously worked with the U.S. Defense Department finding Americans who went missing in previous wars.
There's a map detailing where.
Taylor has located the field where Tranter is likely buried in an unmarked grave.
It's near Givenchy. In northern France.
He hopes to lead an on-site search for Tranter later this year. Searching for lost soldiers has become a passion for Taylor and his students. This painting on campus is a powerful tribute to those who died in previous wars.
We have over 27,000 missing Canadians from the First and Second World War and the Korean conflict.
For each one who is missing, there is a family searching for answers for decades.
We know how to do this. We know how to search.
Trelford and Taylor have asked the Canadian government to lead the search for anyone who served in war and disappeared.
We have made attempts to reach out to various levels of government, and we're not getting any feedback.
She hopes to raise money and awareness and end a lot of pain for many families.
We have the ability to go and get them and bring them home.
Including her great-great-uncle, Lieutenant Lionel Tranter, who died for his country more than 100 years ago, and now his family wants to find him and bring him home. Paul Hollingsworth, CTV News, Wolfville, Nova Scotia.
Thanks for that, Paul. Now time for a quick break, but CTV's Your Morning Atlantic will be right back after this.
Welcome back. The time now is 7:25 and summer is here. So it's more important than ever to do tick checks on your pets because some tick-borne diseases don't show any symptoms.
As CTV's Stephanie Seacoast reports, a vet clinic in Nova Scotia is helping to screen for those diseases.
Yeah, so the two over here on the left are engorged.
It's already been a rough year when it comes to ticks.
It's definitely been an increase. We've had, dozens of clients come in early on within the year as well.
The damp, cool spring brought on a rapid start to tick season. Now that summer is here and more people are heading outdoors with their pets, it's crucial to be cautious.
We're starting to realize now that it's not just for those types of hikers and campers. Unfortunately, ticks have taken over our backyards, our sidewalks. They're a little bit more in our homes these days.
In response, the Cobequid Animal Hospital in Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia, held a clinic to screen for 4 different diseases.
We're doing heartworm, which is becoming a lot more prevalent these days, and it's passed through by mosquito bites. And then we also were testing for Lyme, anaplasmosis, and Ehrlichia, which are all tick-borne diseases, and we have seen an increase in all 3 of those in Nova Scotia recently.
Typically, symptoms of these types of diseases can include
signs of lethargy, decreased appetite, stiffness, or even limping that seems to switch back and forth between legs. The issue is with most tick-borne diseases, a lot of dogs don't actually show symptoms, or they don't show symptoms right away.
There are steps you can take to try to keep your pet safe.
Our motto here is, prevent, check, and test.
For the breeds that are the longer hair, it's definitely a lot harder to be really thorough and looking for the ticks. It's easier for them to hide. Definitely would recommend getting like a fine-tooth comb and brushing through the entire dog.
Because of Nova Scotia's climate, it's recommended dog owners give their pets flea and tick medication all year round. Stephanie Seco, CTV News, Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia.
Coming up in this half hour, are you feeling like your summer could be a little bit more theatrical? We'll get a sneak peek of one of the great productions being mounted this season at Shakespeare by the Sea. That's coming up on Your Morning Atlantic.
Come on in and join us. We're halfway through the show already on this Monday. Love seeing the images of that Shakespeare by the Sea production.
Yeah, it looks like a good time.
Yes, they do a great job.
They really do.
They've really upped the set design. Ooh. It's lovely. And it's if you have an opportunity to go see them, just go to the website and find out a show. Real range of ticket prices. Even the most deluxe seat is very affordable.
Yeah.
And it's a really wonderful way to spend a summer evening.
It honestly is. It's so entertaining. The quality is so good. It's nice to be outside to be able to do it in the park. And if you like Shakespeare,
Win-win.
Win-win-win.
And if you don't like Shakespeare, it's okay because they have another option.
Exactly, for sure. And if you have any issues, a lot of people, it's quite deep into the St. Point Pleasant Park. I like the walk, but if you have any issues with mobility at all, there's a little golf cart that'll come pick you up in the parking lot and take you there for free.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's really wonderful.
Just set it up. When you book your ticket, you just set that up in advance. They're wonderful. Their accessibility is very important to them. And us, of course, too, but it's nice that they have that service available for people. Okay, it's almost 7:33. Sun is out.
Yes.
Sun's out, guns out?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Tell us more, Latavia.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day ahead, as you can see from our live eye over in St. John. Starting off at 11 degrees, temperatures already beginning to rise for much of Atlantic Canada. Above seasonal daytime highs headed our way. 12 degrees right now to start your day in Fredericton, Charlottetown, and Halifax. 15 in Yarmouth, 13 degrees in Labrador City, and 9 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. If you are heading out to soak up that sunshine, keep in mind sun safety, as the UV index is tracking high for all 3 maritime provinces. Newfoundland and Labrador tracking moderate to high throughout your day today. We are going to see sunshine right across Atlantic Canada today, but we do have a low chance of showers starting off your day for parts of Labrador. Into the afternoon, a chance of showers will return for parts of both Newfoundland and the Labrador. In terms of our wind forecast, starting off quite light, 26 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 19 in Canso with 11 in Yarmouth. No wind gusts to report. Will pick up into the afternoon, though. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. CTV News can confirm the federal government is set to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of submarines today in Halifax. Several industry and government sources have confirmed that the Prime Minister will make the announcement. 2 companies, one based in Germany, the other in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build Canada's next submarine fleet. The fleet is set to include 12 submarines. The successful company could procure a contract worth an estimated value of more than $100 billion. A man has died following a single vehicle collision Saturday evening near River Phillip, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called to the crash on Highway 321 around 6:40 p.m. Police say the driver of a Honda Civic went off the road and collided into a culvert. The driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, a 28-year-old man from Spring Hill, was rushed to hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The investigation is ongoing. A man has died following a collision in Middleton, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called just before 3:30 Saturday afternoon to a crash on School Street. Police say a motorcycle and a Hyundai had collided. The driver of the motorcycle, a 47-year-old man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and passenger of the Hyundai did not report any physical injuries. Police are asking any witnesses or anyone with dash cam footage to contact police. Fire crews in Labrador were busy this weekend, soaking down areas ahead of a hot and dry weather on tap for today and tomorrow. The Labrador City Fire Department says it used aircrafts to soak the perimeter of Welsh River wildfire in preparation for the hot weather. About 120 people were forced to leave their homes last week near the mining town. On Saturday, Newfoundland and Labrador reported 25 active wildfires across the province. Police in Newfoundland have charged a 45-year-old man for allegedly exposing himself. Police say they were first called about the man in June when a female said a man had exposed himself to her on Mount Pearl walking trail. The suspect couldn't be found, but on Friday, 2 calls came in about a man exposing himself in Mount Pearl businesses. The 45-year-old was arrested at his home and faces 3 counts of exposure and 1 count of an incident act. Fans of all things anime and gaming found their way to Fredericton this weekend for the annual Anna Maritime Convention. As CTV's Avery McCrae shares, dozens of fans came dressed as their favorite characters despite the high heat.
If you found yourself walking through Fredericton this weekend and noticed your favorite video game character, it wasn't a dream.
It builds like a fun community to see characters you like and have other people like recognize your costume.
This trio of friends were some of many to check out the annual Anna Maritime Convention. The 3-day event featured all things anime and gaming, from panels, gaming tournaments, and a wide range of vendors with their gaming goods. That includes Justin Brooks from Moncton.
Seeing someone walk up to my booth and be like, "Oh my word, I haven't seen that since I was a kid," and just see it in their eyes, it just means everything. It means the world to me.
It's amazing to see anybody sporting something that I've made. Each one of my creations is almost like a child to me.
The draw for casual fans is seeing the cosplayer outfits, many of which are handmade. Mother-daughter duo Angel and Ivory Jansen each spent 50 hours creating their custom Pokemon costumes.
Hers is all hand sewn, so it's like I use a machine for any sewing I do. She does it all by hand.
The pair admits to making some last-second modifications to their outfits due to the fact the temperatures felt close to 40 degrees at times during the festivities.
I feel really, really bad for the people that have the fur costumes on. Like, they are 10 times worse than I am.
It's nice in here because of the air conditioning. It's just rough when you step outside.
And a Maritime co-chair Davey Thomas says they've had extra water on hand for people and also had staff checking on cosplayers to ensure they were doing well with the humidity.
It's amazing to see the amount of work and time that they put into it. They'll get stopped, get pictures, because everything is, they put their heart in it and it's authentic.
When cosplayers were asked if they almost didn't dress up, Zachary Lumsden says that wasn't in the cards, no matter the weather.
Not a chance. I love cosplaying.
Avery McCrae, CTV News, Fredericton.
Dedication right there.
Definitely. So much dedication. Gosh, to be wearing those furry costumes in the heat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Kudos to you.
Yes.
Yeah, great job. Oh, my gosh. Okay, guess what? It's time to give some stuff away.
Let's do it.
Brand new prize package. This is a goodie. CTV and Vintage Stove and Fireplace are teaming up to help you fire up your summer. One lucky viewer will win a Traeger Tailgater Pellet Grill, a $500 Coldstream Clear Distillery gift card, and four full package tickets to Cape Breton Island's Pro Rodeo at Sobeys Open Hearth Park in September. What a package!
What a package.
Yes! You can enjoy it now and later. So go to our ctvatlantic.ca little link on the website. You can do that there. Use this QR code. Enter now. Good luck to you. I'm excited about this one.
That's a great package.
I mean, a Traeger in and of itself is
right?
Fantastic package.
Exactly.
Plus.
Yeah, the rodeo tickets, and that's the full package, and like $500 to Coldstream. get entertained all summer long with that.
Right?
Yippee-doo.
So you better enter because we can't.
We are not allowed, but we're so excited for you to enter. So yeah, do that now. Also, a little reminder, we want to remind you with the Move Morning Chat question today. We want to know what's something you're totally over and done with now as you get older. Text us at 10400. I said winter. Suzette Bailey chimed in. She said lines. You said, what was it that you said?
Rain.
Oh, yeah.
Rain. That's fair.
Yeah, and what about you?
Fireworks.
Yeah. Oh, right, you had said that, yeah. So now it's your turn.
I'll think of something better than rain.
Yeah.
Because we do need it.
We definitely do need rain. But I know, it's no fun necessarily when it's raining.
It's not fun in the summer anyways.
It can be at times, but, you know, if you have plans.
Yeah, you know, and if you're trying to be outside.
Yeah, exactly.
And live your best summer life.
Exactly.
Then the rain can be a different. You know what I'm over? I'm over mosquitoes.
Oh, yes, bug bites. I am over bug bites.
Oh, gosh, yeah, the black flies were having a time on the weekend, I'll tell you.
They're still having a time. I keep getting so many bites.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one that I could definitely live without.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you could chime in. We can't wait to hear from you. We'll have a little wrap up a little later on in our show.
Absolutely, but now we're going to take a little bit of a break. But up next, raising the curtain on a Halifax summer favorite. The 2026 season of Shakespeare by the Sea is getting ready to hit the boards in Point Pleasant Park. We'll check out all the drama when Your Morning Atlantic returns.
Welcome back. The time now is 7:44. We are taking a live look at a beautiful start to the day over in Port de Grave. 9 degrees to start your day. Temperatures will continue to rise, still remaining above seasonal for our daytime highs. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperatures already beginning to rise. As of right now, it is 12 degrees in Halifax, 15 starting off your day into Yarmouth, 11 into St. John, New Brunswick with 12 degrees in Charlottetown, 13 degrees early this morning in Labrador City with 5 degrees in Cartwright, 8 degrees in Gander, and 9 into St. John's, Newfoundland. A bit of shower activity early this morning for parts of Labrador. Still only around a 30% chance of it happening, though. So we are going to see sunshine right across Atlantic Canada throughout the day today. But into the afternoon, a chance of showers will also return for parts of Newfoundland. That will take us into tonight. That chance of showers becomes around a 60% chance of it happening for both Newfoundland and Labrador. Into the maritime region, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures cool back down into the overnight hours. We are going to see fog develop as well, taking us into early Tuesday morning. Fog will dissipate and temperatures will actually continue to rise, heating up on Tuesday. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, going to remain quite light for much of Newfoundland and Labrador. Labrador seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, heating up around 22 degrees in Grand Manan, up to 28 today. Sunny skies are right across the province and light wind also expected. Prince Edward Island, highs between 23 degrees in Surrey, up to 26 in Tignish. We are going to see sunshine across the island today. Wind out of the west at only 20 kilometers per hour. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, going to be a beautiful day as well. We are holding on to that high pressure today. Highs will range from 19 degrees in Cheticamp up to 24. Sunny skies with eastern Nova Scotia seeing a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. And wind will pick up this afternoon as well out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, much of the same. A beautiful sunny day is ahead. Highs will range from 22 degrees in Yarmouth and Shelburne up to 25 in Middleton and Kentville. We are going to see a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon for the Tri-County area. Wind gusts of 40. For Labrador City, 27 degrees today, sunshine throughout your day. A chance of showers moves into the evening with 16 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Also going to see a mix of sun and cloud throughout the day. Evening showers expected. Tuesday's forecast, sunshine remains yet again for all 3 maritime provinces. Newfoundland, Labrador still seeing sunshine. A low chance of showers will return into the afternoon, though, for both those provinces, increasing into the overnight hours. Increasing cloudiness expected for the maritime region into Tuesday night. We are going to see a chance of showers start to move into the Tri-County area. Sunshine for Wednesday, another warm up expected, but we do have a low chance of isolated showers returning for parts of Nova Scotia. That's a look at your weather forecast. Now I'm going to head over to Point Pleasant Park.
My name is Drew Dorsahara. I'm Shakespeare by the Sea's Artistic Director. We're here in the Cambridge Battery. Our team is getting set up for our grand opening of Beauty and the Beast, the fairy tale game show musical, which opens July 4th. This is a brand new musical, the world premiere of Beauty and the Beast by Halifax's own Dan Bray, with music and lyrics by Gary Williams. And we are so lucky to have the world premiere happening right here behind me at the Cambridge Battery. It's a new take on the classic tale Beauty and the Beast, full of twists and turns, and I don't want to give too much away, but you'll see some of what you might expect to see, and a whole lot of surprises too.
How will we know it's true love?
Trust me, we'll know.
La 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 la.
Part of our grand tradition here at Shakespeare by the Sea is taking classic tales and putting a new spin on them. So Beauty and the Beast is one that we've wanted to do for years and years and years, and after 22 years of doing family shows here, we finally had the right team to put this amazing show together. So we've got some of Halifax's most incredible artists working on this performance.
Don't be obsessed with a fantasy girl, 'cause it just isn't real.
Our amazing set, which is designed by Brenda Duran, who just won Theatre Nova Scotia Award just this past spring, and she's back for her 4th season here in the park. Starring in this musical is Halifax's Seb Reed and Chris George, who's in his 5th season here at Shakespeare by the Sea. And surrounding them are a team of incredible actors. There's 8 actors total. The whole show it's a full musical, so there's songs, dances, it's got really a little bit of everything, and fun for the whole family.
Well, I'm playing Belle, who is a production assistant, a poor provincial production assistant who's coming in to work on a reality TV show. She's a big fan of the production company, and she meets the Bachelor, who is the Beast, and magic and chaos ensues. And the music is so good. The music is fantastic. I love to sing and dance, so getting to work on a new musical was really, really exciting to, like, you know, get to put in your little feedback. And I met with the composer, and we sort of tailored things to my voice, and that was a really cool opportunity.
It's love.
We have the amazing gift of Point Pleasant Park and the Cambridge Battery here. It's one of the most beautiful stages you will see anywhere in the world. We're surrounded by nature, but we have everything we need to do plays. So seeing a play out here, hearing the music and the poetry in the air, there's no experience like it, and we're just grateful to get to do it every year. You can get tickets at shakespearebythesea.ca. We sell suite seats, which is the way to reserve a chair to sit right here, get one of the front rows. But we also have pay-what-you-can seats every day here, and that's unlimited. So bring the whole family, come sit on a blanket, rent a chair from us, or bring your own.
In health and medical news, how to avoid sleep disruptions this summer when going on those long road trips. That's one of the topics in Your Health.
From road trips to flights, for many it's time to travel. But those time zones can be tricky. Sleep specialist Michelle Giroux with Cleveland Clinic says your body may be in a new place, but your internal clock is still at home. She says it can lead to sleep disruptions, daytime sleepiness, low energy, irritability, and digestive issues. Giroux says jet lag relief starts before you even travel. Get adequate sleep leading up to the trip, and if you're traveling east, she says a sleep shift may help some. That means going to bed and waking up a little earlier. But she says that can get complicated, so instead she recommends focusing on things you do while traveling.
Things like making sure you're staying hydrated, drinking a lot of fluids, but maybe limiting alcohol, which can worsen sleep quality and make you more dehydrated.
When you arrive at your destination, adapt to the local schedule as much as possible. If you're flying overnight, she says to sleep as much as possible on the plane. And if you arrive in the morning, avoid napping. Instead, stay active and seek sunlight.
We have no milestones to pass along for you today, but if you would like to see previously aired milestones or find out how to submit one, visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder, milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance. Now, so many dog owners talk to their dogs, not just as pets, but as if they were people.
Yeah, it's true. And most of the time, the dogs don't actually talk back. Unless, of course, that dog happens to be named Sunny. ABC's Danny New explains.
If you are traveling to Amsterdam this summer, prepare to possibly be yelled at by this thunderous potato.
Is it singing? Is it yelling? Is it talking?
Everything. Everything.
Over the past few years, 12-year-old Sonny the French Bulldog has been picking up millions of views online as he calls a lot of attention to his mom, Mary.
He really liked to call the attention also. He knew it, you know, when everyone was looking at him.
Mary and her husband are originally from Colombia.
Come on, eat it. Eat it.
And were inspired to adopt Sonny because of Stella in Modern Family, who belonged to the character of fellow Colombian Sofia Vergara.
My husband, he always liked Stella, and he told me, like, if we ever have a dog, it has to be like Stella.
But obviously, Sonny is happy to tell you he's a little different than Stella. However, he actually did not start making these yelling sounds until he was 8 years old. Their first viral video came when they were on a family road trip in the Alps. And, of course, Sonny didn't want to waste his debut when they were alone in the hotel.
The town, it was like, it's really small, and it was full of people, full. So everyone could hear him making this funny noise.
Since then, Sonny has continued to make his opinions heard, especially in traffic. One commenter writing, "I love Sonny. He has so much to say. I just love it." However, for the record,
people think that he's always like screaming inside the house 24/7, but he's almost all the time like this.
For the record, there are other examples of French Bulldogs who make unique sounds, but I don't know how many of those started when they were 8 years old. So if you have one, be prepared. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
That was awesome. All right, taking another look at our 3-day forecast, starting off in New Brunswick. 26 degrees today with sunshine across the province. Heating up to 30 on Tuesday, holding on to sunshine with mainly sunny skies. 30 degrees on Wednesday, a mix of sun and cloud. A low chance of showers returns into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 26 degrees today with mainly sunny skies. 28 on Tuesday with a mix of sun and cloud. And on Wednesday, midweek, 25 with a mix of sun and cloud and isolated showers. For Prince Edward Island, 24 degrees with sunshine. Sunshine continues in the forecast on Tuesday, warming up to 27. 26 on Wednesday with a mix of sun and cloud.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Monday, July 6th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the bid for a new submarine fleet. Prime Minister Mark Carney is set to make the announcement this evening in Halifax. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And are you looking to add some sparkle to your summer wardrobe? We'll visit our partners at English Jewelers to talk about the latest trends in fashion jewelry. That's coming up in 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Just cusping on 8 o'clock, 8:30 if you're in Newfoundland and parts of Labrador. And I'm excited for that segment.
It's great.
I always love to know what's the newest fashion trends, especially in summer, like what you should be wearing, gold, silver, what's in, what's not.
English Jewelers is a gem, pun intended. They really, the people are so friendly. Belinda, delightful. But we're talking about fashion jewelry, so not fine jewelry. So there were pieces, some of the pieces she showed, like $40.
Oh,
wow. Good quality. Now, the necklace that I had that I was really considering investing in was a kind of a gold chain with a little bit heavier, like a kind of thick paperclip style, but timeless. That one I think was around $150.
Still not bad.
But like that's not bad. Like you know, so there's a real, like, it's just more in the affordable range, and it shows how you could layer it with pieces you already have to
elevate your outfit.
One of the things I absolutely adore is I love jewelry on men.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes, it's true.
I know it's like not so like mainstream, but I
Not
do
so
love
much,
it.
yeah.
But I do love it. Like, there's just something classy about it.
For sure. I also love layering pieces together. And we
yeah.
talk a little bit about some of the rules, the do's and don'ts for that. It's a fun segment, so that's coming up shortly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I love when Mother Nature provides a sparkle with the sunshine.
Right?
And that seems to be happening. It also makes the jewelry sparkle in the light.
We love
Speaking
that.
of Truro, this is
Right?
really super close to English Jewelers, actually. Yes.
Oh, well, it's beautiful over in Truro this morning to start your day. Much of Atlantic Canada holding on to sunshine starting off early in the morning. We'll be sticking around into the afternoon. Temperatures slowly beginning to warm up. As of right now, 15 degrees in Yarmouth with 12 starting off your day in Halifax as well as into Charlottetown and Fredericton. 13 degrees right now in Labrador City with 11 into Happy Valley, Goose Bay and St. Anthony. 9 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. If you are heading out today, make sure to keep in mind sun safety and hydration as the UV index will track high across all 3 maritime provinces. Newfoundland and Labrador tracking moderate to high throughout your day today. We do have a bit of active weather in the forecast for parts of Labrador early in the morning, a low chance of showers to start your day. Into the afternoon, Newfoundland and Labrador will see a chance of showers move back in. In terms of our wind forecast, remaining quite light to start your day, will continue to pick up into the afternoon. As of right now, 26 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 19 for sustained wind in Canso with 11 into Yarmouth. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your sunny forecast coming up, but first a look at your local news with Brianne.
Thank you for that forecast, Latavia. The federal government is set to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of submarines this evening in Halifax. Several industry and government sources have confirmed that the news that Prime Minister will make the announcement after touring an armed forces base. Mark Carney is said to announce that contract before heading off to Ankara. 2 companies, one based in Germany, the other in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build Canada's next submarine fleet. The fleet is set to include 12 submarines. The successful company could procure a contract worth an estimated value of more than $100 billion. A man has died following a single vehicle collision Saturday evening near River Phillip, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called to a crash on Highway 321 around 6:40 p.m. Police say the driver of a Honda Civic went off the roadway and collided into a culvert. The driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, a 28-year-old man from Spring Hill, was rushed to hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The investigation is ongoing. A man has died following a collision in Middleton, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called just before 3:30 Saturday afternoon to a crash on School Street. Police say a motorcycle and a Hyundai Sonata had collided. The driver of the motorcycle, a 47-year-old man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and passenger of the Hyundai did not report any physical injuries. Police are asking any witnesses or anyone with dash cam footage to contact police. And fire crews in Labrador were busy this weekend soaking down areas ahead of hot and dry weather on tap for today and tomorrow. The Labrador City Fire Department says it used aircraft to soak the perimeter of the Walsh River wildfire in preparation for the hot weather. About 120 people were forced to leave their homes last week near the mining town. On Saturday, Newfoundland and Labrador reported 25 active wildfires across the province. Police in Newfoundland have charged a 45-year-old man for allegedly exposing himself. Police say they were first called about the man in June when a female said a man had exposed himself to her on Mount Pearl walking trail. The suspect couldn't be found, but on Friday, 2 calls came in about a man exposing himself in Mount Pearl businesses. The 45-year-old was arrested at his home. Tourism season is well underway in the region, bringing thousands of people to the Maritimes for a summer visit. For some communities, the next few months are crucial to their businesses, as CTV's Avery McCrae found out in St. Andrews.
There's not a parking space to be had along Water Street, a clear indicator that the summer tourism season has arrived in St. Andrews.
We've been waiting for this for quite a while.
Kathy and Ed Cody are from Maine. This marks the first time they have been to St. Andrews by the sea since their honeymoon 44 years ago.
Weather is beautiful over here, and so is the scenery.
And the people. The people are amazing, yes. Amazingly friendly.
From now through Labor Day, tens of thousands of people will visit the charming tourist town. That includes people like Rowan Bennett, who made the hour-long drive from St. John for the day.
I love St. Andrews. It's a great place to come visit in the summer. The people are so friendly, and there's lots to do here.
Like browse at one of the dozens of unique shops that line the town's main strip. For Morgan Mitchner, who owns the nautical shop, the best part of the season is the people she meets.
It's just incredible talking to different people with different perspectives and meeting people and chatting with them and seeing people relaxed and enjoying the Maritimes, quite frankly.
Whale watching is another popular pastime here for tourists, as is grabbing a bite of fresh seafood from the Bay of Fundy along the water.
I think that we are all looking forward to it, and it's really been great for the retail restaurants and businesses downtown.
For many businesses here, the money generated over the next few months will help cover costs in the off-season.
You have to make hay when the sun shines, and a lot of people say it's 120 days of, let's get at it. So I think we're off to a good start.
The Huntsman Marine Science Center says it sees about 35,000 visitors every summer to learn more about the marine life in the nearby waters and meet Snorkels the seal.
I really enjoy talking to kids that are a bit nervous to touch animals at our interpretive touch tank, and it's really exciting to get them to at least put their little finger on a sea star.
And with so much to see and do, the Codys admit it's hard to leave empty-handed.
We've already spent money buying stuff.
Ava McRae, CTV News, St. Andrews, New Brunswick.
Take me there now.
Yeah,
I know.
If Avery got to meet snorkels, I'm so jealous.
I know.
Yeah,
I feel
so
like a road trip to see snorkels is in order.
Right?
A mini Neil.
It's a mini Neil. Like guy snorkels is much nicer than Neil.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't attack things.
Doesn't attack things, exactly. Okay, this is kind of neat. Scientists in China have discovered the smallest known long-tailed bird by examining a fossil. So we've got a little graphic here. There's the fossil. And then from here, we see the emergence of the bird. Now, during the evolutionary transition from dinosaurs to birds, one of the biggest changes, aside from the development of wings, was the shortening of the tail. So the discovery is filling in gaps in the understanding scientists have about how longer dinosaur tails evolved into short ones that most birds have today. So this is an example. This is what the bird looked like, but you can see the tail is quite long because it's not feathers. The tail is actually like bone, you know what I mean? Like this particular creature.
Wow.
Birds have tails now that are made out of feathers, but this was the actual
And dinosaurs had
skeleton.
feathers.
There you go.
Yeah, many believe the dinosaurs had feathers. Yeah. So it's to my mind, it's hard to see how the tail is actually like part of the skeleton of the bird here.
Looks like almost.
They
like
don't have that anymore. Yeah.
I feel like that would help. Like as planes have tails. And
Yeah.
birds have tails.
Yeah.
I feel like it
makes sense. Yeah. When I first realized, heard that birds evolved from dinosaurs, I thought, come on.
And
but that's the truth. That's what happened.
Well, and apparently dinosaurs had feathers and all of the different things that we just never knew.
But they didn't fly.
Jurassic Park just didn't tell me that.
I know, right? They missed that.
Well, the pterodactyls flew, but most dinosaurs didn't fly.
Yeah.
No.
They just ran around.
They did. It'd be like a dragon. Oh my gosh. Well, I thought that this was of talking about these ancient birds might lead us to the nest cam. What's going on?
What is going on?
Is that Helene over? Oh, she's over at the side. I thought she'd flown the coop. No. But she's at the edge. She's thinking about it. See how she's at the very edge? She's starting to think about flying. So soon we're going to see the emergence of her. Like I've seen her testing her wings out a little bit.
Is this the baby?
Yeah, imagine.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
She's huge.
She's huge. She's almost as big as the parents. And
how did she grow so quickly?
I know. She was born in April. So she's come along a lot, but now you can see.
It's only July. Why is she massive?
I don't know. Look, you can watch the live stream on YouTube anytime you want, thanks to our friends at the Port Moreland Wildlife Society. But soon she's thinking about flying.
Soon we're gonna tune in. It's gonna be empty, an empty nest.
Empty nesters.
So sad.
That is true.
Sad.
It's true though, but sad.
Well, we all have to grow up, that's what. And maybe she'll start getting annoyed with things and be over things like our Move Morning chat,
Yes. She's so over with what would she be over with?
She's over with staying in the nest.
Yeah, exactly.
She wants to get out.
She wants to get her own eel.
Yeah, exactly. All right, time now for a quick break. And of course, up next, Latavia will have a full look at the forecast for this Monday. And then it's international and national news headlines, rather. But first, a beautiful look here at Cape Fortune in Yarmouth.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:12. We're taking a live look at a sunny start to the day in Edmonton. 10 degrees to start your day. Temperatures will continue to rise above seasonal for daytime highs. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperatures already warming up. 14 degrees to start your day in Halifax. Now 17 in Yarmouth. 16 degrees into St. John, New Brunswick. 15 in Charlottetown, with 15 also starting off your day in Labrador City, and 9 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Holding on to sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada today, but we are going to see a low chance of showers starting off your day for parts of Labrador. Then into the afternoon, a chance of showers will move into parts of Newfoundland. Around a 60% chance of shower activity for both Newfoundland and Labrador into tonight. For the Maritime region, partly cloudy skies. Pretty cool temperatures into the overnight hours for low-lying areas. Fog will start to redevelop. That will take us into Tuesday morning. Temperatures will continue to rise for our above seasonal daytime highs, heating up further. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, we are going to see accumulation for parts of Labrador, only around 5 to 10 millimeters. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will range from 22 degrees all the way up to 28. Lots of sunshine remains across the province today, and light wind out of the west, only 10 kilometers per hour. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 23 degrees in Surrey, up to 26 in Tignish. Sunny skies across the island today, wind out of the west, 20 kilometers per hour. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine for you as well. For eastern Nova Scotia, looking at a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. Highs will range from 19 degrees in Cheticamp up to 24. Wind will pick up this afternoon as well out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, beautiful sunny days ahead. Mainly sunny skies for mainland Nova Scotia. For the Tri-County area into the afternoon, looking at a mix of sun and cloud. Wind gusts of 40 with highs between 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 25 in Kentville and Middleton. For Labrador City, looking at 27 degrees as your daytime high. Lots of sunshine throughout the day. A chance of showers moves in into the afternoon and evening. 17 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. A mix of sun and cloud with scattered showers expected into the evening. For Tuesday's forecast, we are going to see lots of sunshine across the region yet again. A low chance of showers into the afternoon for both Newfoundland and Labrador. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. First responders will soon be covered by new protections. The legislation is covered under the new bail reform bill. That makes it easier for courts to increase sentences for crimes against police officers, paramedics, and firefighters. CTV's Rachel Aiello has the details.
First responders show up to help on someone's worst day, but they face unique risks and sometimes violence against them once arriving on scene.
Many first responders are regularly exposed to violence, threats, aggression, traumas, incidents that's part of their work. So these experiences don't always result in physical injuries, but they have lasting effects psychologically.
Though there's now optimism that newly passed changes to the criminal code will help reduce these instances, or at least ensure tougher penalties for perpetrators. Soon, judges will have to consider if a victim of a crime was an on-duty firefighter, paramedic, police officer, or other first responder as an aggravating factor that could increase the sentence.
This is a reactive response, unfortunately, but it's certainly an important step that the government has taken. And by prosecutors and judges putting this out in there and utilizing this new legislation, we're hoping that that becomes preventative in the long run. Not only with the public, but also for our members to make sure they're reporting these incidents so that it gain more traction.
These changes were stitched into the broader Bill C-14, the Bail and Sentencing Reform Act, which received royal assent when Parliament adjourned for the summer in June.
It's a message that violence against first responders will not be tolerated.
The new policy comes into effect on July 15th. Advocates say it's a welcome move, but is just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to improving the day-to-day conditions for Canadian emergency workers.
When you're attacked at work and you're assaulted, scratches, hit with pipes, shot at, that obviously has a negative impact. So making sure there's supports in place to help with those first responders on an ongoing basis is extremely important.
After a recent string of on-the-job police deaths and injuries in his province, Ontario Premier Doug Ford is pushing for a national conversation on the issue when all of Canada's premiers gather later this month in Charlottetown for a Council of the Federation meeting. Rachel Aiello, CTV News, Ottawa.
The city of Brandon, Manitoba has declared a state of emergency as parts of that province brace for possible flooding. The city has already rebuilt a dike across a major roadway to block rising waters from nearby rivers. Brandon's mayor says the emergency declaration allows the city to take proactive measures.
We know what's coming. We know we've been through these sort of things before. It gives us the ability to act quick should things change, because weather is very temperamental, to say the least.
The town of Minnedosa and Sioux Valley Dakota Nation have also declared states of emergency. And Captain Alfonso Davies spoke out online after not playing in Canada's loss Saturday due to a lingering hamstring injury. Davies writing in part, "It hurts knowing I couldn't give my all when my team and my country needed it most. This disappointment will only motivate me to recover, work harder, and come back stronger than ever. To everyone who supported us through every moment, thank you." Time now for a quick break here on Your Morning Atlantic, but stay with us. We'll have much more coming up after the break.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
We're at English Jewelers headquarters in Truro, and today I'm joined by Belinda. Hello, Belinda.
Hi, thank you, Crystal. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, what a treat. We're talking about fashion jewelry. So much fun. What exactly is fashion jewelry?
So I love fashion jewelry. It's basically a non-precious metal, often plated with yellow or rose gold, simulated stones. It's meant for style and trend and everyday wear as opposed to financial value. So you can really have fun and experiment with fashion jewelry.
Definitely. And you can use it to kind of bring out even more personality in your fine jewelry too.
Absolutely, yeah. By transforming some of your old favorite pieces, layering in one of those new bold fashion pieces can really update the look, and still you can wear your most cherished pieces at the same time.
All right, something you could do this summer, for example, you've got on today, Belinda, you've got your gorgeous diamond, real diamond pendant with this lovely costume piece.
Yeah, I love my diamond pendant. I think I wear it all the time, matches my ring, but we've spruced it up with this beautiful new fashion piece. It's got both the little bit of texture, high polish, and the satin brushing, and I kind of think it just pulls everything together and keeps me on trend.
I love it. All right, people at home are going to want to try this. So what are some rules of thumb?
So layering's still really, really big.
Okay.
There are some rules to keep in mind. First of all, I would recommend we want to start with the big, bold statement first.
Okay.
And then from there, we can layer in different textures and different patterns. So when we start with something like this one with the bold piece, it's great for day, for office, easily transformed into the evening by layering a second piece.
That's awesome.
It's
literally
beautiful,
going
right?
from day to night, something we thought we'd be doing a lot more in our life, but that is beautiful.
Absolutely. And then mixing colors is another one that's really on point right now as well, and I don't think is ever going to go away. Those yellow tones with those silver tones.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah, the cool and the warm, very much trending still, and I don't think it will ever go away. It's so beautiful.
And a piece like this bracelet, look, what a great gift, because this would go with anything.
Absolutely. Super versatile. Can tie in all your other pieces that you might have at home, in your closet, and in your jewelry box. It's about updating and adding, not replacing your whole wardrobe.
Okay, what do we have going on here?
So this is a really fun piece. It shows the texture. So we've got some high polish on the paperclip necklace, this beautiful sparkle chain to match, and then, you know, we can throw in some beautiful pearls to add in that elegant classic style too.
Okay, so even though this is, it's called tone, silver and gold is tone, right?
Yeah.
So even though this is silver tone, it's very different because of the different textures that you just showed.
Absolutely, and you could even add a third drop necklace if you wanted to at this point.
Okay, what about matching, or if you're not, coordinating the jewelry with the clothes?
Yeah, so that's a really big one. You know, if you've got a basic sort of blank canvas outfit, sort of like I've got on today, you can have fun and add lots of little layers and lots of pieces, as opposed to something with an outfit with maybe a little bit more bolder print, a lot of color. You want to keep it really simple, you know, one nice bold statement piece like you've got on, really elegant, and just ties it all together.
Yeah, I mean, this piece is in store. This is gorgeous. This necklace, it would go with anything. And just the texture of it, like it just feels really nice on.
Yeah, and you can wear it all the time, right? You're not going to go home and lock that up in your safety deposit box. No. It's $150 and you can wear it all summer long.
I would literally wear this every day. Okay, this is a fun piece just at the end. You can even have fun with color, beyond tone.
Absolutely.
Color.
So color and tone is a really great thing right now. You know, this can be a great day look. You want to spruce it up. You've got a beautiful coral side. We've got a beautiful green side. This necklace is adjustable. You can wear it long. You can wear it short, wherever you want. I think it's very versatile, but it also allows you to tie in some of your colored dresses and pattern dresses this season by just pairing it with one accenting color.
I love that. This is bloop. So neat.
Yes.
You've got so many options. Okay, anything that you could do wrong when it comes to fashion jewelry?
Yeah, there are some rules to jewelry. One thing I would say is, you know, even if you have that matching elephant ring, bracelet, necklace, earring, you don't need to wear it all at the same time. Okay. By wearing just one of those pieces, it's going to actually make it stand out that much more and look that much more finished and put together. Sometimes when we put too many matching pieces on, the jewelry ends up wearing us instead of us wearing the jewelry.
So you have some wonderful specials on in the store right now.
Absolutely. So for the entire month of July, we have select fashion lines being offered at tax-free, which is a really big deal. It's already, you know, quite affordable and inexpensive, and it's a great way for people to have fun and experiment with jewelry this summer.
For sure. I'm going to do a little shopping right after we're done. You can pop into any of English's 4 locations.
Absolutely.
Or check out a selection online. Thank you so much, Belinda.
Thank you, Crystal.
And we put more information on English's website if you want to check that out.
Going to be a gorgeous day in New Brunswick today with a high of 26. Sunshine across the province. Sunshine remains in the forecast on Tuesday with mainly sunny skies, warming up to 30. Heat remains on Wednesday. 30 degrees is your daytime high, a mix of sun and cloud. A low chance of showers returns across the province into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 26 degrees today with mainly sunny skies, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. 28 degrees on Tuesday with a mix of sun and cloud yet again. On Wednesday, cooling down just a bit to 25, starting off the day with sunshine, seeing a low chance of showers into the afternoon. Prince Edward Island, 24 degrees today with sunshine. Sunshine returns on Tuesday, warming up to 27, 26 degrees on Wednesday.
A whole lot of lobster. It's festival season in the Maritimes, and one of the tastiest events around is underway. We'll get the details on this year's Shediac Lobster Festival coming up in this half hour of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 8:30. I want to be over in Shediac.
Yes.
Right? It's beautiful. Shediac's a beautiful community.
I also want to be eating lobster.
Exactly.
Can I just say my favorite lobster boil ever was the one I went to with Crystal, who pulls out a bag of utensils to dig in to get all the lobsters. Everyone else is like trying to use their like disposable fork. And she literally had like what are the crackers?
The crackers. It was the Dartmouth General Hospital's lobster dinner.
Yes.
I had gone last year, and I thought this next time we're bringing the proper tools. Because you want to be able to get into lobster. Because sometimes you can kind of hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I totally cut myself.
Yeah, it's worth it, though.
But 100%.
You guys look like you had an amazing time.
We did.
Even just riding the ferry down there looked
it's a wonderful event. But the Shediac Lobster Festival is on my bucket list. It's a beautiful community. Just a beautiful community.
And you said it was like they set up like a big table.
Yes, I believe it's like a kilometer long where people set.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very special place.
Well, perfect weather for it all week long.
Nice.
It's looking quite nice across the region. As you can see over in Highland Village, beautiful sunny start to your day. Sunshine sticking around into the afternoon. Temperatures already beginning to rise above seasonal daytime highs headed our way. 14 degrees to start your day in Halifax, now 17 in Yarmouth, 16 in St. John, New Brunswick, 15 degrees in Fredericton and Charlottetown, as well as into Labrador City. A bit cooler starting off your day at 9 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety, though, when you are heading out. The UV index is tracking high across all 3 maritime provinces, tracking moderate to high for Newfoundland and Labrador. So in terms of our satellite and radar, we are going to see sunshine stretch across Newfoundland and Labrador as well. But we do have a low chance of showers early in the morning for parts of Labrador, moving into Newfoundland this afternoon. And in terms of our wind forecast, going to start off quite light. We'll continue to pick up this afternoon. As of right now, 22 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 19 in Canso with 15 in Moncton, 13 in Yarmouth. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your local news right now with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. The federal government is set to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of submarines this evening in Halifax. Several industry and government sources have confirmed to CTV News that the Prime Minister will make the announcement after touring Armed Forces Base here. Mark Kearney is said to announce the contract before heading off to Ankara. Two companies, one based in Germany and the other in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build Canada's next submarine fleet. The fleet is set to include 12 submarines. The successful company could procure a contract worth an estimated value of more than $100 billion. A man has died following a single vehicle collision Saturday evening near River Phillip, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called to a crash on Highway 321 around 6:40 p.m. Police say the driver of a Honda Civic went off the roadway and collided into a culvert. The driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, a 28-year-old man from Spring Hill, was rushed to hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The investigation is ongoing. A man has died following a collision in Middleton, Nova Scotia. Emergency crews were called just before 3:30 Saturday afternoon to a crash on School Street. Police say a motorcycle and a Hyundai had collided. The driver of the motorcycle, a 47-year-old man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and passenger of the Hyundai did not report any physical injuries. Police are asking any witnesses or anyone with dash cam footage to contact police. Fire crews in Labrador were busy this weekend soaking down areas ahead of hot and dry weather on tap for today and tomorrow. The Labrador City Fire Department says it used aircrafts to soak the perimeter of the Walsh River wildfire in preparation for the hot weather. About 120 people were forced to leave their homes last week near the mining town. On Saturday, Newfoundland and Labrador reported 25 active wildfires across the province. It was a full house to cheer on Nova Scotia's own Jacob Schaffelberg Saturday as Canada took on Morocco in the World Cup. People gathered in Schaffelberg's hometown of Port Williams to show their support. A free watch party took place in the town with loads of people decked out in red. While it wasn't the result fans were hoping for, they are still beyond proud of what Schaffelberg and Team Canada accomplished.
Fabulous to see everybody here today just being a part of this moment, making history. And I think you'll just see the sport continue to grow. And these are the good news stories that continue young players to inspire to something and to be better and just continue to love the game of soccer.
Canada ultimately lost 3-0 in the round of 16, ending their historic run. Morocco now advances to the quarterfinals where they will play France. Finally, an unwanted pest is threatening to take root in Newfoundland and Labrador. The Japanese beetle is a small invasive insect that carries a big threat. CTV's Garrett Berry on the campaign to stop it and why experts feel like it could be an example for the rest of the country.
Blanketing the grass and grounds, technicians are suited up for an early morning showdown with the invasive Japanese beetle. Authorities hope around 30,000 liters of larvicide will push back against Japanese beetle populations that are threatening to take hold in Newfoundland and Labrador.
They just left devastation. It was crazy. I've never seen nothing like that before in my life.
The destructive pest will eat almost anything in its path. Just ask avid gardener Sherry Lynn Price, who lost precious grapevines in a matter of days.
Everything was fine for a few days. And then I walked out one day and I took a second turn with my head. And not only was there one or two, they were on all of my grapevine leaves.
Officials here are also trying to prove something with this spraying, trying to prove that the pest's arrival can be mitigated, that other cities and provinces across the country can fight back.
And what we're hoping is to model for the rest of the country if they should
get this beetle in the future, that we've had 2 successful eradication programs now within the country with British Columbia and ourselves.
Sabrina Ellsworth says Ontario and Quebec didn't pursue this spraying strategy when the pest was first detected, and now farmers and gardeners are fending for themselves.
They are living with the beetle, and they are challenged every year around this time to take care of it themselves. So that, of course, increased the cost of production for some of those farmers.
This spray targets those larvae living in the soil, so it will be some time before anyone can see the results. But Ellsworth says she is hopeful this work will pay off. Garrett Berry, CTV News, St. John's.
Neat approach to stop it right at the ground level.
Right? Nip it in the bud.
Yeah, nip in the bud. Okay, let's move on to something a little cheerier. This was a birthday party fit for a king who's getting a little long in the tooth.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. There he is. This is Ramsey the lion. He lives at the Capron Park Zoo in Massachusetts. And this week he turned 20 years old, which is old for a lion. You can see he's an old guy.
Yeah,
Look at him. Aw.
He keeps sticking out his tongue.
Exactly. Fans young and old came out and celebrate Ramsey. He came to the zoo 18 years ago from South Africa. And lions in captivity typically live 17 to 25 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. He's getting up there.
He's getting up there, but look, he's got a party hat and party favors.
He's like, keep it down, I'm sleeping.
Exactly. He's done with noise.
He's done with noise. He's done with people.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday, Ramsey.
Yeah. We'll celebrate you every day.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's happening in Massachusetts. What about in our region?
We'll take a look at the community calendar to highlight some events this week. Ballet by the Ocean returns in New Brunswick. An incredible summer experience to enjoy professional ballet, gourmet dining, local wines, and a breathtaking oceanfront view. So the performances will run from now until August 8th. And the annual Cavendish Beach Music Festival kickoff party returns this week. Bell presents a free event July 8th at 5 p.m. to experience the festival grounds and a party, so you can party the night away with live music. For further details, head over to their website. And Tuesday Tunes returns to the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic from July 7th until August 18th. From Mi'kmaq drums to songs and sea shanties. Wow, that was a hard one. Sea shanties. You can come out and enjoy some live music. Tuesday nights are free from 4 to 8 p.m. To learn more, head over to their website. And if you do have an upcoming event, send us the details. We'd love to promote it. Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca. Time now is 8:40. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:43. Taking a live look at Digby. Beautiful sunshine starting off your day. Currently 16 degrees in your area. Temperatures already beginning to warm up, and you're going to be seeing a mix of sun and cloud throughout the day today. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. In terms of our current temperatures, already beginning to warm up. 14 degrees right now to start your day in Halifax, 17 in Yarmouth, 15 degrees in Fredericton as well as in Charlottetown, 15 also starting off your day in Labrador City with 11 degrees in Corner Brook and 9 into St. John's, Newfoundland. We are going to see sunshine across Atlantic Canada throughout the day today. A low chance of showers starts off your day, though, for parts of Labrador. Into the afternoon, we will be seeing a chance of showers also move into parts of Newfoundland. For the Maritime region, seeing partly cloudy skies into the overnight hours tonight. Fog also will develop, bringing us into early Tuesday morning. Another beautiful sunny day is ahead as fog begins to burn off. We are going to see temperatures as well rise way above seasonal for our daytime highs. If you're wondering about precipitation totals for Newfoundland and Labrador, remaining quite light, only seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters for parts of Labrador. Here's a look at our current temperatures today for our daytime highs in terms of Fredericton, ranging from 22 degrees in Grand Manan up to 28. Sunny skies stick around throughout the day and light wind expected out of the west. For Prince Edward Island, highs will range from 23 degrees in Surrey up to 26 in Tignish. Sunny skies right across the island today. Wind out of the west, only 20 kilometers per hour. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, also holding on to beautiful sunshine today. Daytime highs between 19 degrees in Cheticamp up to 24. For eastern Nova Scotia, looking at a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. Wind also picking up into the afternoon out of the southwest. 20 gusting to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine as well into the afternoon, looking at increasing cloudiness for the Tri-County area. Still seeing a mix of sun and cloud, though. Daytime highs will range from 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 25 in both Middleton and Kentville. We are going to see wind pick up this afternoon out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. Labrador City looking at a high of 27 degrees. Lots of sunshine throughout your day today. Some scattered showers move in this afternoon and evening. 17 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at a mix of sun and cloud. A chance of showers as well into the evening. For Tuesday's forecast, lots of sunshine remains across Atlantic Canada. A very low chance of showers move in into the afternoon for parts of both Newfoundland and Labrador. And then into Tuesday night, a chance of showers increased for parts of Labrador, around a 60% chance of it happening. And then into our forecast for Wednesday, sunshine starts off the day, then increasing cloudiness for the Maritime region. A low chance of isolated showers will return for parts of Nova Scotia. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Crystal.
Thank you, Latavia. Almost 8:46. Festival season is now fully underway with countless events happening throughout our region. One to put on the bucket list is the Shediac Lobster Festival, which is celebrating its 77th year and runs through July 12th. Here to talk about this year's event is President Francois Poirier. Good morning, Francois.
Good morning, Crystal.
I love Shediac. I haven't been to the Lobster Festival before, though. So what can people expect at the festival this year?
I mean, the Lobster Festival is really what kind of kicks off the tourism season in Shediac. We always have our motto, fun for everyone. So there is something for the younger ones, the older ones, the foodies, the music lovers. We have tons of events. And some every day for 10 days. We do have some new events. This year we do have, for example, a guided walking tour through our charming downtown to stop at different restaurants and some secret spots to taste lobster bites and have that paired with drinks. So these will all be part of this year's edition.
Oh my gosh, that walking tour is a great idea. You get a chance to have a little nibble at these places, then you can go back and have the full meal at your leisure. What a good idea. What about the famous lobster eating contest? Is that back this year?
Absolutely. The lobster eating contest has been a tradition for many years, and we actually just had our first one last night. It's always fun to see. There's always those locals that know how to tear apart a lobster in a few seconds, and then we have some tourists that stop by and have never eaten a lobster before, and their first experience is quite hectic. So yeah, we've had our first one. We'll have another one this week on Wednesday, as well as our closing ceremony on Sunday. If ever you're in the area and you'd like to sign up, there's always a possibility to sign up on our website. We do have a tab for this specific event.
Perfect. Okay, when our images being showed, I mean, the festival is beautiful on the eyes and, of course, the stomach, but you get to eat lobster in unique locations. We saw people eating on the beach. Where are some of the cool spots you can actually eat lobster during the festival?
So we have this restaurant called La Trappe. So it's a lobster trap. And it's actually shaped as a giant lobster trap. I don't know this for sure, but this might be within like the biggest lobster trap ever, because you actually get to eat inside of this lobster trap. That's where we will have our signature recipes: the lobster roll, the lobster poutine, the full lobster meal. So it's always a great spot to enjoy your lobster on the festival grounds that will be starting this Wednesday.
That's fantastic. Okay, how important is this festival to the greater Shediac region?
Well, I mean, for those who know Shediac, they know that the lobster is our town's identity. So it is very important. It's the Lobster Festival. It's what kicks off the season. Every year we see people coming back just because it's a tradition. It's part of their summer vacation. And we'll make sure that this stays a tradition and that the Shediac Lobster Festival always stays part of our identity.
Okay, we're pretty much out of time, Francois, but what's your personal favorite part of this event?
Oh, my personal favorite, I think it's just the spirit. People are on vacation when they come to Shediac, and we see that when they speak to volunteers, when they're just having fun on site. It's just so rewarding to see all those smiles and the kids running around, as well as the adults at some of the beer gardens. It's just a great vibe to see, and we want to make sure we keep this going.
Well, Francois, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Well, thank you.
It's my pleasure to shine a spotlight on the Shediac Lobster Fest. I've been to Shediac. The vibes are high all the time, but especially during the festival, we should put all the details on our website. Now, I'll turn our attention over to Latavia for a 3-day forecast. Oh, actually, we'll take a break, and we'll be back to wrap up the show right after this.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
All right, welcome back. It's time to chat about the viewer texts.
The Mew. It's for the cats today. Yeah. It's going to the cats. The responses to our Move Morning Chat today, we were asking, of course, what's something that as you get older, you're just done with. And we have some pretty on-brand messages. So, of course, Brad Sellers from Wolfville says, lineups, agreed. With online ordering in store computer ordering, the people who come to the store and stand in traditional lineups tend to be the last served. And he finds that insulting, which honestly, I agree. I find that with drive-thrus too, right? Like you go into a store and they deal with the drive-thrus first and you're like, but I'm standing here.
Exactly. Yeah, fair.
So definitely agree there. Charlene Power from Cape Breton says, standing up at an outdoor concert, I am so over it. Honestly, valid.
Same. Bring me a chair.
Bring me a chair.
Yeah.
I'll sit on a hill if I have to. Nicole Ross says, traffic. I have no patience for it. Nicole, get in a car with me.
Nicole, same.
Yeah.
Enough with the traffic.
Enough with the traffic. Get in the car with me. I feel you. Peggy from Mahone Bay says, people being rude and black flies.
Hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Black flies are rude. People being rude.
Yes.
Yep. Can't stand it.
You're just making life harder for yourself even being rude.
Literally, it doesn't take that much to be kind, you know?
Exactly.
Denise Martel says, I am over and done with cooking. Not so much the cooking part, but having to decide what to have.
Oh, that's always a debate in my home.
For me, Denise, it's the dishes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yep. You know, I like cooking, but I can't stand doing dishes.
I accumulate so much.
Sometimes I love cooking, and then other days I'm not interested in cooking.
Exactly. I find in the summer I'm definitely not.
Oh yeah, you don't want to heat up the kitchen.
Katie from Bridgewater says, I'm over knickknacks. I prefer less now, including less dusting.
That's so fair.
But then I also love knickknacks. So if you just throw them in a box and send them to the studio.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll pick through them.
Crystal will have them all on display.
Yeah, exactly. I love and hate knickknacks together.
Nicole from Churro says, people.
Socializing is rough.
Honestly, I get it. You know, having to people all day, sometimes it takes a little bit out of you.
Yeah. Same. Some days I'm super excited to confer with people, and other days I just want to be alone.
Yeah, other days I want to read. LJ from Middleton says, over and done with toxic people. Yes. No time for the drama.
Oh, absolutely no time. As you get older, you're like, nope.
Yeah.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for
No.
Not at all.
I find myself saying that on many occasions.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a fun little video that we think we can all relate to. With the road trip season in full swing, here's a video that you can relate to, I'd say if you were born before the year 2000.
So we all can.
Oh, nothing to do. Mom, when are we leaving? I'm bored.
We're leaving soon, honey. Babe, grab all the chargers.
Go. Literally.
Yeah, it's so true.
Literally. The raindrops on the window and like seeing which one would go first. Like the amount of times I grew up in Ottawa and we would drive to Sarnia, Ontario, which is an 8-hour drive to go see my grandparents. And there was 4 of us in the car and my mom and dad in the front, 6 of us in the car, and then me and my sisters. And this.
Absolutely.
Whatever, you just, because there's no entertainment, so you just find entertainment in anything.
Oh, yeah.
When they first started putting screens in minivans, like that was life-changing.
Yeah, it was huge.
Oh, yeah, I can
My girlfriend had a van, like her mom had a van that had seats in the trunk. We would spend all the time talking to people or waving to people. They couldn't even hear us, but we're like, hey!
Oh, yeah. No, it's a good time.
Or the trucker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. just like observing stuff. Oh my gosh, look, cows, you know, like, anyway,
And
oh my
always
gosh.
saying
It was a different time, but a good time. All right, our time is up today. It's now 8:57. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the Tuesday edition of the show. Have a good one.